Senator Alex Padilla from California forcibly removed and handcuffed during a Department of Homeland Security news conference where immigration policy now stands. And financial help is here for homeowners hit by last year's flood and other disasters, but not everyone qualifies. What you need to know. Plus, San Diego homeowners will soon be shelling out nearly $50 a month for a service that used to be free. What's behind the cost hike? Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us as we take you around San Diego. I'm CBS 8's Jenny Day. I'll get you caught up on a week's worth of news and we'll look ahead in less than 30 minutes. We do begin with the nationwide unrest surrounding immigration. Just this week, Democratic Senator Alex Padilla of California was forcibly removed from a DHS news conference there in Los Angeles.
I want to say thank you to every single person that has been able to do this. Also, I want to talk specifically to the rioters and to the politicians in Los Angeles.
A half a dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your Alex Padilla.
Yeah, so as you saw and heard, Senator Padilla tried to interrupt Secretary Noem as she was speaking before being pushed out of the room and into the hallway. He was trying to question her about the immigration raids that have been leading to protests all across the country. Senator Padilla was handcuffed on the ground in the hallway, but we are told that Secretary Noem and the senator did eventually have time to talk policy. Well, an Oceanside baby kidnapped 45 years ago is still missing, but there is new hope for the family. The FBI just released a new age progression photo and announced a $10,000 reward. As CBS 8's David Gottfredson reports, the victim of that kidnapping could still be alive and may not know his true identity.
We're here today to talk about new efforts in an unsolved infant abduction case.
The kidnapping happened in 1980 in Oceanside's Sterling Homes military housing complex near Camp Pendleton. The baby, Kevin Verville Jr., was just 17 days old when a woman posing as a social worker took off with the baby in her car, leaving the young mother behind. CBS 8's Jesse Macias interviewed the father, Kevin Verville Sr., back in 1980.
Kevin, if you had a chance to talk to the woman who took your child, what would you say to her?
I don't want to talk to her. I just want my baby.
45 years later, the father is still hoping to find his son. He spoke at a news conference Tuesday in Oceanside, where the FBI displayed this age progression photo of what Kevin Jr. might look like today.
If or when Junior is found, I'm sure some of the pain or a lot of the pain will go away, but there'll always be part of that pain that'll never go.
This is the artist's rendering of what the kidnapper looked like in 1980. She was about 20 years old, curly red or blonde hair, with a circle and cross-shaped tattoo on her left hand between her thumb and forefinger. The FBI is offering a $10,000 reward in the case.
We don't have any leads right now, and we're hoping that this is going to pump some life into the investigation.
San Diego's FBI special agent in charge says family members have submitted DNA samples and final testing is underway to find a match in existing databases. The victim's sister, who was born 5 years after her sibling's kidnapping, is hoping to one day meet her long-lost brother.
He's loved and missed by so many, and I hope that we can find him very soon.
So once again, if you have any information about this case or you recognize this person, contact the San Diego office of the FBI. David Gottfredson, CBS 8.
Yeah, someone knows something. Just chilling. David, thank you. We now know the identities of all 6 people who died in a small plane crash off the coast of Point Loma over the weekend. On the plane, Jeremy Bingham and his sons Aiden, Gavin, and Bailey. The Bingham family spoke with our affiliate station there in Phoenix, saying they were visiting San Diego for a comedy show before their return flight on Sunday. The family said Jeremy was such a giving person who instilled those values in his kids. They also talked about their kindness and compassion.
They're also giving. And just fun. Their hearts are the biggest hearts in the world. That you were friends to every single person they met. Yeah, they didn't know a stranger.
Yeah, the pilot was Landon Baldwin with his pregnant wife, Tori, on board. They leave behind 2 young children. Well, now homeowners impacted by last year's flood, as well as other disasters, can apply for state grants worth up to $20,000. But there are specific qualifications you need to meet. CBS 8 Shannon Handy is working for you and has those details.
It's called the Callisis Mortgage Fund. $105 million is up for grabs. That's going to help a lot of people. But as I found out today, the majority of homeowners here in South Crest and nearby Mountain View who were impacted by last year's floods won't actually qualify. From last year's historic flooding in San Diego to this year's devastating fires in Los Angeles County, California has experienced unprecedented destruction that's impacted tens of thousands of homeowners. Now, the state is offering some relief by giving away $105 million in grants to help pay victims' mortgages using the Callisis Mortgage Fund.
As part of a settlement from the Great Recession, California received the National Mortgage Settlement Fund, and that fund has very particular uses, one being mortgage assistance.
Rebecca Franklin is the Chief Deputy Director of the California Housing Finance Agency. I reached out asking her to explain how these grants work and who qualifies. For starters, grants provided will cover 3 months of mortgage payments up to $20,000. So you have to own a home that still has a mortgage and was impacted by a disaster that received a state of emergency proclamation or a major disaster declaration between January 2023 and January 2025. You also have to make below a certain income, which varies by county.
For San Diego County, it is $172,000 annually for the people that are on the mortgage.
To be considered for a grant, your home has to be destroyed or currently uninhabitable, meaning you can't live in it right now. So the person who owns this home in Mountain View could apply, whereas their neighbors who are out for more than 6 months after the floods would not be considered.
Too little, too late.
Judy and Robert Banks say any assistance would have been helpful, considering they still had to pay their mortgage, all while spending tens of thousands of dollars to make their home livable again.
All our neighborhood down in South Crest, they've all been patient trying to get the state, the city to act like they know we're here.
While they're not able to take advantage of the Callisis Mortgage Fund, the state hopes to assist thousands of others who can. But it's first come, first served, so apply now before the money runs out.
If the homeowner is eligible, we will send the payments directly to their mortgage servicer.
To apply, we have a link on CBS8.com. There's also a number to call to assist you further. Working for you, Shannon Handy, CBS 8.
Shannon, thank you. Well, meantime, San Diego homeowners will soon have to start paying close to $50 a month to have their trash picked up. The San Diego City Council passed the first ever and controversial trash pickup fee. There was nearly 4 hours of fiery public comment from more than 100 people. Councilmember Shawnee Rivera pointed out not passing this fee would create an additional $80 million budget hole. The City Council did ultimately vote yes, and it now goes into effect on July 1st. Well, the City Council also approved their revised budget, and it's a mix of cuts and saves. Some services are slashed, but key community programs get a last-minute lifeline. What stays, what goes, and how the city plans to pay for it. Also, a proposed housing project has neighbors sounding the alarm, saying it puts beloved open space at risk. Why the developer says the trail is safe, locals not convinced. Not a sticker shock at the pump in just a few weeks. California drivers are expected to get hit with a massive gas price spike. New clean air regulations combined with a 61-cent state tax hike kick in July 1st. The damage, experts predict gas could soar past $8 a gallon by 2026. CBS 8's Abby Black is working for you with urgent ways to save at the pump using gas rewards. Abby.
Gas prices in San Diego continue to hit wallets hard, but there is a way to fight back. Let's take a look at gas reward programs. We're working for you to uncover the best strategies to help you save at the pump.
The pain at the pump is real.
California has the highest gas prices.
A quick check at AAA numbers shows today the national average price of unleaded fuel is $3.12. California and San Diego tip out at $4.70.
Enough is enough.
We're working for your wallet to find real savings.
It's good to have a little bit of extra disposable income to spend elsewhere.
I reached out to consumer expert Chip Lupo with Wallet Hub. He tells us drivers can save by shopping around using Gas Buddy, but we found that you can extend those savings even more with gas reward programs.
Most of these programs, they're free to join, and you can access them either through an app or through the website.
We broke down the top gas reward programs for you. Now each varies in the amount that you get back, food offers, and cashback options. We found 3 main categories. You have brand loyalty, grocery store gas discounts, and gas apps. If you like a specific gas station, we found that these loyalty programs offer extra perks. At Shell Fuel Rewards, there's 3 to 10 cents off per gallon. At Exxon Mobil Rewards, there's 3 cents off per gallon plus points for purchases. At Chevron, earn points on fuel and store goods. Redeeming 500 points gets you 50 cents off a gallon for 1 fill-up. 7-Eleven, Speedway, Circle K, among others, also offer discounts. Now let's talk stackable offers, where we found that you can earn points at grocery stores towards gas savings. At Albertsons, every 100 points earned gets you 10 cents off a gallon and a single trip at Chevron or Texaco. Ralph's, earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend. Redeem at Shell for 3 cents per gallon. Now, for those who like cash back, we found gas apps that pay you. Gas Buddy offers up to 33 cents per gallon. Upside gives back up to 25 cents per gallon. Working for your wallet to make sure that you know the fine print. Read disclaimers carefully for privacy and credit card policies, and check cash out requirements. Some apps need minimum balances.
We just do the best we can and call it a day.
And here's a pro tip. You can double dip on these savings by using a cashback credit card at the pump to give you more money back. Working for you, Abby Black, CBS 8.
Super helpful, Abby. Thank you. And remember, if there is something you'd like us to look into, email us at workingforyou@cbs8.com. Well, frustration is growing over the city's plan to charge for parking at Balboa Park. A petition on change.org collected nearly 600 signatures in just the first few days. It calls Balboa Park a, quote, cherished haven, offering one of the few free places to spend quality time with friends, family, and pets. Some petition signers also posted videos expressing their displeasure.
I think charging to go into a park is a travesty. And what about all of the volunteers? I just can't believe the city of San Diego would do that.
Yeah, the city says charging for parking at Balboa Park is expected to bring in more than $20 million a year and would go into effect January 1st. The revised budget was just approved by the San Diego City Council. This budget that slashes some services preserves funding in other areas. Some library branch hours and all recreation center hours were saved. Rec access was also restored for lakes and reservoirs. And the city's beach bonfire rings will also remain. These last-minute changes total more than $26 million. A number of revenue-generating ideas were proposed to fund them. The mayor can now sign it into law or veto parts of it, but a final budget does have to be passed by June 15th. Well, a proposed housing project near a popular dog park and canyon trail has South Park neighbors fired up. They say the plan threatens open space the community has used for years. The development would build 5 2- and 3-story homes on a 10 private lot acre on the canyon's west slope, leaving the east side untouched. Project developer Paul Benson says the trail will remain open, but longtime residents and park regulars not buying it.
Obviously, you know, we would love to have the open space here. Like I said, it is really heavily used by the community. You can't stop all development. You know, I'm not anti-development, but we want responsible development.
Right now, there is no clear timeline for the development, and there is still an extensive review process for the city of San Diego. We'll keep you posted. Well, peak tourist season in La Jolla coincides with sea lion pupping season, which can really create dangerous encounters. The nonprofit La Jolla Parks and Beaches is pushing for more protections, developing a 5-point plan that includes better signage, a viewing deck to keep visitors at a distance, and authority for rangers to issue fines or use visual barriers. And remember, it is illegal to touch, feed, or harass those sea lions. Gotta coexist. Coming up, a breakthrough in plant biology could help eliminate harmful chemicals from our food system. How fungi roots and a powerful little peptide may change the way we farm and feed the future. Well, synthetic chemicals from products like fertilizers can hurt San Diego waters, but new research shows there could be an eco-friendly alternative deep underground. Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis reports in this Earth 8 report.
Research shows that there is a relationship sprouting between plant roots and fungi. This could lead to the elimination of harsh chemicals making their way into our environment and healthier future crops.
Pesticides, of course, they kill the pests that we want to kill, but they kill also all kinds of other microbes, even the beneficial microbes.
And when it comes to fertilizers, the excessive nutrients in the runoff are a breeding ground for harmful bacteria and organisms, especially when it's overused.
We actually count the number of these herbuscules.
Salk scientists, including plant biologist Lena Mueller, are getting the green light on a sustainable alternative.
These soil fungi colonize the roots of the plants, and at the same time they form this very wide network of filament that extends beyond the root system.
The symbiosis, or mutually beneficial relationship, between plants and soil fungi was seen after growing a species of fungi with a small legume, which is a member of the pea family.
This network is really, really good in taking up nutrients, and it brings the nutrients from faraway places in the soil to the plant.
The new study revealed this soil interaction was enhanced by a key molecule produced by plant roots, a peptide called Cli-16.
We think it accelerates or amplifies symbiosis. So there's really a lot more symbiosis in the plant roots when we add this peptide.
The goal is to apply this research to major crops to get away from relying on artificial fertilizers for nutrients.
Crops like alfalfa and soy. So our hypothesis is that similar processes should occur in these crops because actually the symbiosis is very widespread.
We are what we eat, but I go further and I say we are what we walk on, because it is the soil, it is the earth. We do have a interconnectedness to that whole.
The man dropping knowledge like roots is Adam McCurdy, the director of production and distribution at Coastal Roots Farm. They grow 80,000 pounds of food per year from an 8-acre food forest. He notes the overuse of artificial fertilizers can take a toll on the produce quality.
But you're getting a big, huge head of broccoli that looks all beautiful and great, but if you've ever had one of those and you taste it and you're kind of like, oh, cardboard or yuck, then you are getting something that didn't have all of those interactions that brought all of those nice nutrients and minerals and everything that our bodies depend on.
They embrace old-age agricultural farming and ancient Jewish traditions. They also participate in field-to-research practices and welcome the data from studies like this one.
As folks are recognizing, we're part of nature, and nature has it all figured out. So we need to get out of the way.
This is just another food for thought in the process. For CBS 8, I'm Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis.
Incredible. Let's do it, right? Thank you for your time as always. For CBS 8, I'm Jenny Day. Take such good care.